Hello. Una good afternoon, me famble them. Una good morning, una good evening, depending on usa una day na this world. Una thank you for tuning in one more time to the Unifier Hour, the Unifier Radio and TV. Una welcome wherever una day. I dey send plenty I'll do, and I dey welcome everybody very warmly. It's always a pleasure for we day together at this show at this time. Una know say we dey come to una every Saturday by God power, 9 p.m. Salon time, I believe say 8 p.m. UK time, and Eastern time when most of the American day 5 p.m. and West Coast time we then can call Pacific time na 2 p.m. Do ya as una don't join me, I go want for make una self share the link so that other people themselves go get chance for join we. So now they see we dey on Facebook, we dey on X, we dey on Instagram, we dey on LinkedIn, and when I can call we even through WhatsApp at 232. So anybody with a salon, anybody really can call me on WhatsApp. Now plus 232 75052135. If you day anywhere outside Salon or outside of Africa, anywhere in the West, you can call we on 1778 732 2180. That call they not so free for everybody, but it go free for the round the way they Canada or with the United States. So that number again now 1778 732 2180. Well, as usual, no like for we stem and talk boku. I like for make we panel guests then car on and join we and then self bring their own I'll do to owner. So they invite we panel guests them with for come up and say hello, Mrs. Abiose Pierre.
Fine what I wanna do, and we glad you for come back, and wanna thank you for giving una time there.
Thank you, Mrs. Pierre. Mr. James Hallowell.
Yes, Fambule Munadu. We glad you for come back, and we appreciate on our time the we the give you. And we look forward for being on more discussion.
Thank you, Una, all too welcome, and thank you again for sparing the time for joining we. Me fumble them. I also want for me kuna know say we go probably get one more guest we go join we, but they get some technical difficulties until we all know say when you they deal with technology, not to alter they cooperate. So if he can't on, then I go introduce Anto now. But as usual, then we jump straight into with discussions for the day. And I know say one of the things that we they foremost na Sierra Leone and their mind na the power issues, the electricity issues. We get serious electricity problem na Salon. And what I want to bring up now that we recently say somebody where they call himself the big board and in Instagram name I believe or in TikTok name na Africa Bird One. He mentioned something, at least not the source than the way me see and from. He mentioned something say APC don't pay them power bill, the electricity bill from 2007. And that from that 10 day till today, the amount of the bill now 2 billion with a B, 500 million leon. And they also talk say that money they then for pay them by by May 24, when are 6 days from today the 18th, 6 days from today go be the 24. If they not pay that money, the government go seize the APC building. Okay, let's stop yonder first and make I get una feedback on this idea. Say from 2007 to now, they not don't pay electricity bill, and if they not pay them in the next 6 days, then go seize the building. I will start with Mr. Hallowell on this one.
Madam Chair, thank you. Mr. see the information. I read bottom again, and it's very much important. But given the fact that na Sierra Leone, you know, go doubt. You know, go doubt say that not go happen. It possible say it go don't happen. But the most important thing we I feel to say we for learn from now the fact say it no warrant the current government for seize a whole building. We got for no for say Sierra Leone self a country of the rule of law. And we self get conflict handling mechanisms. If a political party don't they consume electricity and not pay, I don't think say in debt or in debts where if anything will automatically lead for like the season in assets. What thing they get for do now for make sure say they engage the party, send notices, inform them of the bill, and where possible, usai you want tranquility prevail, usai the rule of law prevail, usai we want peace and stability for the nation. What we can do, I think, say either they can care and go courts, or maybe they write them and give them time, a payment plan as to how they can go about it. But the idea for automatically give them some time and a deadline without that deadline and they go seize that building, I think say categorically wrong.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Hallowell. You done? I don't mean for interrupt.
Well, what I want to add to that, given say we the party, na party we respect the rule of law. I think say something will be done. The heads and the work on them, but make sure say they address the issue. But let it not lead to seizure, because if it leads to seizure again, it go in a provocation and it will lead to some kind of unrest, and we don't want that to happen.
Yes, indeed. Salon 2, they at a precarious point for the the cow. But I will give chance to Mrs. Pierre for what more Spanish talk here.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Valda. For sure. I know we'll say now light in the life for say APC no older amounts day. We don't know because our salon anything can happen like we bought at 7 for bottles on that part. However, my own question is why now? Why the past 5 years they don't they na power, they not check into all of that. Why now? And let's say, for example, if really not to say APC old and that money, waiting the law they for na salon. Why make we get rules for? Why make we get courts? For let them give ultimatum say in how many days they will seize the party office. That is not correct. And not really if you say that it will happen for sure. Because we get system in place for all people that are accountable. System in place for protect the citizens that we get law there. But you know what? I not go doubt. If we they see lawyers and the feds and the two-way paper them, maybe I make the government one for take an hand. But they're not supposed to do that. And that they not allow. Then they know they show any democracy. We they try for get salon for let it be a democratic country and the kind man handling what they man handle them power and they misuse them power that they not call for.
Yes, okay. Thank you so much for your contribution, Yanda. I want still stay with this topic because one of the things then they go around na people their mind within they wonder say, well, from 2007, I mean EDSA now then suppose for collect the payment. Waiting them in they do where from 2007 till 2010, till 2020, till 2024, they not collect this bill. Waiting EDSA staff they do, waiting EDSA boss they do. And if na, let me take and say na so it be. How many other place then they? I mean, waiting then they do, because then they go work, then they pay them. But one of the fundamental things for anybody where any organization or company where they distribute and supply and be responsible for electricity, any sign, their responsibility also involve not only distributing the power, but also for collect payment. Waiting them when they do. I want for how on your own mind they think about this part. I will start with Mr. Hallowell again.
Yes, Madam Chair. Let's look at two things now. Still again, given the situation where we know in the sense that I think one, let's look at oversight. Mm-hmm. Now the responsibility of EDSA for conduct an oversight in anything in there. And now then for make sure say all bills be paid. Now then for make sure say they supply power effectively and efficiently to all the consumers then. So the party itself or the APC itself now a consumer. Then the other thing again I'll look at again are power relations. And a quick for it affects the distribution of services again. Now then kind places and the here is also the try for talk. Now the party within power, they are a government party, so therefore we don't need for ask them for pay electricity supply. Again, it will link come to the issue of oversight. So I believe say in as much as then these can be some of the factors in way don't play within that they don't relax, they forget to na services them in the render, and because of their services they are so therefore they're supposed to receive back pay and account for it. I'm not saying not to direct to the consolidated fund, but maybe I believe there's a revenue where they go towards the revenue collection for electricity supply, especially with the introduction of meters and these other things. So if at all, then the oversight not there, somebody not there, we don't raise that, or maybe people in the way they don't raise them, but then they look at say no, and the party in power, I believe say that would affect we. But again, notwithstanding, who side the rule of law day enough for lead to seizure. Now notices, series of notices, negotiation, put a plan in place, where for ensure say the fees or the required amounts be paid back. Now money, but giving APC one no, I don't think say that na big money we go tire, where APC go tire, we don't know where we pay. But the idea for leading to seizure, I think say can lead to it can escalate tensions or conflicts where I believe
absolutely. Yeah. Mr. Hallowell, I also just want for highlight the accountability of EDSA to the government, to the people, because you know what then give you the responsibility of this portfolio, and for 17 years you they tell me say you not collect payment. Hello. And then now you give 6 days for pay 17 years worth of electricity charges. I don't know. What to me they try for understand is who that na EDSA responsible and how EDSA they keep track of payments. Mr. Hallowell, if you
yes,
add anything on that.
You're right. Just a count for talk, and I still look at the issue of oversight. Somebody they will provide that supervision for make sure say we give you services and then you pay for the services when you receive. But for like you don't see the over 17 year, then and now you the bear and come up. I think say there is a problem right there. And then me now one person way, I know the say now waiting say, but I don't the question the idea of looking at revenue collection and power supply together. I feel to say now thing that no need for consider. If we for move forward and make at one address this electricity debacle now that country day. We therefore look at electricity supply and revenue generation for avoid most of the things there are. For avoid poor oversight, lack of accountability, and also power relations in the services in the supply of services to residents in the country or organizations or whichever individuals are responsible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your contribution, Yanda. Mrs. Pierre, I mean, when you look this issue, Pikin when them born 17 years ago, I don't pull bia if na boy Pikin. If na yal Pikin, don't mature. Then if in fact na salon. In fact, plenty of country there, including some of them Western country there, yeah, where based on faith. Then go they look say this is already now for married. Now we the member for collect 17 years ago, they not only collect power bill. I don't understand this. It's a little bit shocking. Mrs. Pierre, I wonder if you can add your own voice to this.
So it's not shocking. I make the country not they go before. And that make we go back and back. Of course. Like way Mr. Hallowell say, for sure. One of the thing we go down or the reason we go down make say this happen because na political party. Now political party office. So maybe when they in power, then we don't say, okay, now we in power, law we not pay. Or because of that, or maybe we don't know, EDSA in head, maybe na APC person be there. So because of that, it cover in your party. But Lord talk about this. I know say we all not Sierra Leone there. We got to look about the way forward, how the country for grow. We for look about opportunities and ways them, and then we left for depend on donors. The moment we mindsets and change from that, we will begin learn how for hold we self accountable. We will begin learn within the country how resources that we for able for use them. How a political party go in at that country for 17 years and not pay and they use electricity. Now the same thing we talk about. People they're not even EDSA. Let's say Udana EDSA. Udana the head at that time. But what about do we have oversight committees where they all government officials they're accountable? Where they all people there of hierarchy, where they are the government, where they utilize the government resources there. We get committee like that. Waiting parliament says they do. Then say for able force, you don't say, let we check and balance EDSA. Let we check and balance maybe foreign ministry today. But let's see how then they do so that then we use the country in resources well. But we don't get that. So now I make with a fall. Me, honestly, I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised because even the private company they're waiting at that country, they Lord take APC out. I'm sure if they investigate, we get a lot of them. Or another thing would be maybe who knows APC they pay just not they go to the account. Maybe somebody then at that office say where they take the money where they go say give me half and then una pay half. So you know get accounts for that. Not
I'm glad when you go that side.
They pay. Of course.
I'm glad when you go that side. I want to mention something. We Boku grassroots APC and then they ask.
Yes, it's common.
Yes, then they say, well, okay, when I tell we say from 2007, APC not pay electricity bill. But at the same time, when I tell we say we get prepaid meters. Mm-hmm. So waiting make if the meter not prepaid, how is it that APC owe from 2007? Even if some of that period day, they're not been done install prepaid meters. I mean, they try for search for see Ustem Salon go to prepaid meters, but I not be able to get any reliable information. But
In the
some
2000s, I can tell you
in
that.
okay, in the
Yes.
2000s. Let me say even before that ended. Let me say from 2000. If not the 2000s, this whole period started in the 2000s and the late 2000s, 2007. You know,
between
so if not
2000
prepared meter, how is it that APC no pay? Would that mean they continue for supply where you're not supposed to get power if there is no payment made in a prepaid meter?
Okay, here's my understanding.
Go ahead, Mr.
Uh,
Hallowell.
um, 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 Prepaid meters they between 2009 2010.
Okay.
Yes, because I'm in the Regent Street. And I remember a year later, down the line, they may get some constraints for installing prepaid meters. So they may do them in phases. In fact, like me, when I'm in the Regent Street, now me call them and tell them, say, I prefer let them give me prepaid meter. But truly speaking, compared to the services in the past, when we can't get the prepaid meter, we get a flow of electricity. And I mean, they really enjoy it. Say I left it in 2011. You see, so that prepaid meter, I believe, say it came in between like I'm not talking in 2000, but specifically from 2008 coming upwards. Now in the prepaid meter candy. And again, like I want to talk, there should be somebody where for them responsible. And I believe say the person did, but why the person not me they doing work? I know able to understand. Because
and they take home a paycheck.
Yes, it clear say now, if the party don't owe this kind of money to some extent, that is the authorities them what them they put in place for conduct the appropriate oversight and ensure say them pay them money here to the authority in revenue collection. They're not me to do anything. So it go fine maybe in some other places they can conduct an inquiry for know exactly where things went wrong and then correct some of the anomalies that already happened. So
yes, indeed, because as far as we see now gross negligence on the side of EDSA. But Mrs. Pierre, Larry, what you get for say about this part, because now you actually bring a car up, although I've been they think along the line then they.
Sure. Now negligence on somebody in part where it be say like Mr. Holloway say, they not get no rights for give ultimatum for say, oh, in how many days and for pay. I think the proper thing for B for investigate that time process. Would I be the heads of that? Would I be the in charge of that region? Would I be the in charge of that area for see how what's he make and this party no pay this money all this while the different people them I'm sure then they are life then we'll call them and investigate them and question them follow we see what's in they gone but una not go just find out now and una give ultimatum say them for pay that money day where no not to say they work.
Okay, thank you so much. It bring to mind something where they see where they run quite smoothly now then Western country them, and I know saying na plenty other African country them, because let me take for instance your credit card, you not pay your bill. If you delinquent 1, 2, 3 months, waiting they happen, they begin get letter. After the letter, sometimes you will get 2 or 3 letter. After that, and they begin call you. And by the time where they reach to the point where they get for begin call you, they don't cut the credit card now your hand. You not get for user again. When they begin call you, the next thing where they happen, before you remember, they don't give you court case. And so there are systems in place. I wonder if, I mean, waiting happened to we own system. Is there a system in place in the first place for collect and then the revenue there? And if there isn't, maybe now the time this for begin thinking about that. But let me move on a little bit. Still discussing this electricity, because prior to this whole APC talk wake up, there was a huge accusation will go out from the chief minister David Tenge. He say the church there and the mosque there. In fact, he include APC inside there. He not call and say na all the old money. He say they need thief power. He said then they thief electricity. And he make the elders and the leader there, now then faith background there, the imam there, and the pastor there. He make plenty of them come out and can speak quite boldly and quite forthrightly about the idea. Say, hello, debt not to thief. If now all we owe and we not pay, not to thief. Why now you they can't call we thief? I mean, and we then come out and respond, then you get other one then we then bring counter response, and it almost spark a dispute or dissension within the faith them. What's in our own take on this whole power business and the way then they accuse nilly willy, especially institutions, reputable institutions of theft, where as far as me see EDSA get a whole lot for be held accountable for in this area. Mr. Hallowell.
Yes, Madam Chair. Again, this now a very important issue. Me set me the follow up. I see some of them press release there. The press release and counter press release. Though realistically enough, the approach of the chief minister and his statements are completely unfortunate. I guess there was a better way that it could have been done rather than how he put on. Of course, you can forget respect for the people of Sierra Leone, and not only the people of Sierra Leone, but churches there, mosque or religious institutions there. We know the role where the institutions here they play for provide stability and sanity in our society. So I wish it could have been done better. And in that note again, if we come back to the issue, women for don't realize it, just a responsible approach now. Engage the institutions there. I think you don't talk about it already, in fact. Write the institutions there, inform them of what they don't consume and the need for them for pay. And where possible, come up with a plan as to how they for pay them monies there. If they're not paid, then government can begin withhold some of the services just for help people and for comply with payment. Because what you do, these are services to the country. And we did not say now from the revenue when they collect, they're able to get additional materials or maybe whatever kind of fuel or fossil fuel for supply electricity back in the country. But I think the mistake was the capacity in supply them is so rely on them that then forget they have to pay for it. Or maybe this you side the revenue they come up for pay for the capacity supply. They're not me fit to say one day it would dry up, or maybe something will go wrong. So in this case again, we see say the government not adequately prepared. The government not adequately prepared, then find themselves in a situation where them for completely forget. And like one small I come back. I think I'm in there in Sierra Leone where they close Atkins. We know Atkins supermarket women the Wilkinson Road.
Yes.
And they close Atkins simply because they don't dodge for pay electricity bills. And they get a couple of bypasses then where they use for make sure say then get electricity supply and they're not able to pay. But when the secrets can leak, I think it lead to an investigation and some people in the down that one panic where they get for charging all the ramp up all that bills so they don't accumulate. See, then for pay. And I think it is so heavy on them, and not say the supermarket begin fold up because of the debts who they may owe. You know, and not only them, but a number of institutions it don't happen to them. So I really don't know at that time. You're going to find out say there was some oversight, and some are effective. But beyond that point, I wonder how inside they don't say, well, if the APC don't become a culprit for not paying electricity bill. What about the other political parties in the office system? How get for look at that?
Thank you so much. Mrs. Pierre, I want for your
Yeah.
reason.
So honestly, I applaud them because the approach of going back, thinking back at home, how can we raise revenue to take care of this country is good. Now a good initiative, honestly. Because we get for stop for think about how would they get donor money, how would they trust for they will take charge of we country. Now a good approach where you use something you for pay. But I have a problem because the way when they go about it, like we say, if somebody don't owe you, write them up. Let them know waiting now the issue. Let them know say things they change around, and at this approach we dey try for use now. Una owe this amount of money, una pay, una give them options. Oversee where you owe, allocate a billion you owe. Then they give options that how you for pay. They're not just to go say you stay here right now or nothing else. No, not to stay. But for come back to the chief minister, when you look at Proverbs, I think it's Proverbs 14:12. If you dey listen, me go read them. It forgets, I don't know if na salon them born maybe na in people then come on salon them born oversee, but I'm not sure. But it seems like it get accent. So I want to say na salon you born. Salon we are people of culture, people that we get respect, where they respect elders. We know where elder they talk when for keep quiet. We know when we want for pass we case across to elders them, we know how for talking. So really a surprise because in name they about and around against religious leaders them, against chief cultural leaders them. It's not only religious leaders, cultural leaders themselves they complain. People like in your party they complain, the elders them. So in need for go back for go land. I say them put on a go na society. Maybe they're not teaching well. Let it go back because I think it was a short time. Let them teach them how for talk to elders. Because we're not a country where we know when we elder and they talk, even if then they lie, we know they tell them say elder you lie. We get a better way for tell them. For come back to the churches that way, oh yes, they might have owned all the government because we not get oversight. If me they use resources, remind me say, or not to the culture, or not to the what's not the word, not so the way the normalcy say we for pay electric bill, and they forget. But if you they come and remind me, they send me letters, then I know say I get for pay. So let them do the right thing. Yes, I don't start a good thing. Una go on the right way. Una learn, research how to go about and better. You don't live overseas. You not the chief minister. You know how things are done. Now then say they make we they travel. What we travel for can learn, and when we go back, we implement that in a better way. But we're not gonna go and make another because we feel saying that we in power, we feel saying that we educated, you can talk to anybody anyhow. It's not done.
Thank you so
And
much.
Mrs. Chair, Madam Chair, like come in quick.
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Harrowell.
What to spare me they say. I believe say there was a time where NPA, the National Power Authority, they send bills every month to people.
Exactly.
Up to the time where I remember what left 2011. Sierra tell me they send bill, even though that's they of course even don't go down more. But like NPA, National Power Authority, they send bills to people every month, whether you like it or not. They send you the bills, you see them. So I don't know how that can change and die down completely. A whole government agency, a public corporation for that matter, just come stop for communicate people for when they provide services to people, and then no say they're supposed to update people about them bills. But those bills were no longer going, and then nobody talks about it. I think say
then get meter there. Then get meter, but you know what's the apple? I'm going I say last time. I say again. Then get workers there waiting at the ministries and the different ministries that we not even get PIN code. And the only way where they get paid, where somebody in meter and they cut electricity, they know because then at the ministry, they know how for bypass. So we get for go inside with ministries then. Like a lot of work we need for video. You don't say I go salon, but I learn so much, about how the country they run. When you go around them, go to ministries and work with their young people, you go see how they don't. Some people that they wear the electricity costs, they know they go pay, then they call somebody where they at the ministry, when not get pin code, where they refuse to give pin code. Then they say that's when they get say you answer. So then they bypass the cable, and people then still they get supply.
Okay, dear Mrs. Pierre, what's in this pin code? And what's in the significance of the pin code?
So from my understanding, pin code now where you then a ministry, and they show say you not a real worker of that ministry.
Okay.
And
Like your employee number.
Employee number, yes.
Okay. All right, got it. Yeah. I want expand small on this thing here, because waiting you mentioned so now exactly waiting I don't the from Miss F Sierra Leonean. I get people there in a salon, and then don't they talk and say we in fact at one point one my friend just yesterday we they talk about this, they tell me say in a bill not on, so they don't reach the point where they need electricity. It's then for let them go buy the meter. Then don't buy the meter. First of all, for buy the meter, na your own kind saga. You get for fee, even though they go buy the meter. Then when you don't pay for the meter, the receipt where then give, not to the amount we pay. It's well at that one day. Now you get for go register the meter. Again, you get for fee under. Before then they allow you access for go legally register your meter. The roadblock them plenty. The corruption inside EDSA plenty. And wait till you talk so. After they don't go fix the meter, now somebody come out from EDSA, somebody staff member from EDSA come out, can meet them say, well, like you don't get this meter, so if you want, I can make so for you. You not go get for the pay the bill. You could just give me small thing no more. Then we go make them let you bill look like say, let you power. Then no go cut you light. So my friend say Intel in nephew where they take care of in business yonder for him. Say it's a no mix there. It say because then go can't turn you farm just no. Where then they come, we come out, go talk say, hey, that was the under, now other one way they on that way. Go there, there you go, cut yourself you. Before you remember, you get 3, 4, 5 people there, where go they cancel you for can't give them that small thing. Before that, just pay the bill. So you're right, you're very right in that the corruption now inside EDSA, now they is done. And we don't hear plenty boku talk, but ACC. Sometimes now, one of the area than this, where the ACC gets plenty work for do. What do you think about that, Mrs. Pierre?
Oh God, I'm sorry, I'm laughing. ACC, are they made of lawyers?
Because well, they say they're anti-corruption.
Yeah. Ben Kelfala. Is that how you say his name? ACC now them full of corruption. I'm sure most of them are lawyers. For waiting me see today, I don't lost hope. But anyway, not so only EDSA, the country itself, its whole, we need structure. Madam, not so only ACC. What's in parliament they do? Don't forget about ACC first. You know what I mean, eh? What's in the parliamentarian they do? I know say constituency leaders them, but come on now. They're all this now it got for be a group effort if we want for change salon. Because you know what thing? When you go ACC back, when then we don't go investigate, he go tell you say, hey, if we know allow show this paper, you got for give me this. You know what I mean? It's a system. We need I talked to somebody this week, that a statistician, not to even say an American. I will tell her about salon. And now they tell us, I say, I said, we need people they left, they go and go solve problem. But you not even know what's at the roots of the problem. We need a study of that nation, Because not so EDSA no more. We need a study for see the root cause. What's at the problem? Why people they behave that way? Then we see how we for tackle that. From the smallest speaking to the oldest person in that country, we need for change their old mindset. Because I tell you, I remember they talked to me and see this boy go interview. They ask during the interview, they ask if Chap then at this office. Can you imagine? So even the ACC are not trust. If they ask, you say master now at this office. These are on interview day. Where they not even give you the job it. See, they ask them kind of question in there. So not a place where ACC for really for looking so. But do I trust the ACC? Nah, I'm a little bit leery on that.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Pierre. Mr. Hallowell, I want to make yourself add your small thoughts now.
Yeah, yes, the ACC giving a mandate and in nature and the amount of resources being pumped by DFID and other agencies, even the government of Sierra Leone. Yes, the ACC supposed to look into them things there. But I think one of the mistake the APC don't do, sorry, the ACC, not APC. One of the mistake the ACC don't do, they not get presence now each of the ministries there. They only maintain an investigation unit. The investigation units, like here now, you get on board. Is this, yeah, you get not ombudsman. You get them people that are already in each agency where they look at the ethics of governance within each of the agencies. Now, so the ACC, if we don't get every unit, now each of them government institutions, then they're separate. Waiting them day for now for look into the day-to-day administration of basic services, how effective it is. If there is a problem, now they then they report. Now whistleblowers. Then if we don't get a whistleblower unit, now each of the government ministry. But tell somebody they call the ACC, get for preparing investigation, a lot of things they don't be covered. But if that consumer just a kind they talk about this friend, we face them problem, and immediately they don't call a whistleblower, I don't inform a whistleblower, and whistleblower they don't begin investigate the issue, or maybe they set the required legal traps in where they know say this overbreach don't take place or breach don't take place, and then straight away they can report them and investigate the issue and make sure say they stop the practice. But if you just at that Gloucester Street office, now they don't everybody call you all the time, is a problem. We need forget each now then units them, each of representation at each of the government ministry, at least empower them. Immediately then pick something and then get the right for the conduct on the spot assessment, on the spot check as to what's they happen, where things go wrong, then pick them up. But if we know the operate so again, no problem. When they've been born in a Freetown, all of them things here, I mean, they even how you call it, sanitary inspectors, they move, they just enter your compound. If you not comply with standards, straight away they hold you. Yeah. But all of them things here died down as a result of the civil war. And the last time we talked on this program, that you know the levels of poverty we don't go to an extent for loss of integrity. That even self na less than a dime, we're ready for mortgage services, we're ready for mortgage ethics, just for PCAM, and then make sure say we satisfy our pocket instead of we make sure say we do the right thing. I believe say we get for watch into all of them. Then things there again, mean a mean recommendation, Nandi. Watch into all of them things again and bring them come back to life. And let's say Alonians and no say we committed for the good. We committed for help this country for Tima back on its feet. Not to, it's about we pocket or I can't at this office when they put me on for can chap. In fact, then they don't stifle creativity. I work in Sierra Leone for 11 good years and I see what's in happen. When you put somebody in an office and then the member for promotes the aims and objective of the office, or provide these required services with the where recipients they need, instead all to the member, no, na the suits of office where come out and the chap, now no more. In fact, when they put you in a government office, you know able to get chap, not a better office. People and they were disgruntled. I'm not go for the personal. The people and they were disgruntled at certain offices they wouldn't put them. Why? Chap not did it. Mass not did it. Nothing only they will get for change from that philosophy if we want help country for move go before.
Indeed. And okay, thank you so much, Mr. Hallowell. Thank you, Mrs. Pierre. From what we did discuss, so EDSA definitely need a complete overhaul, and the accountability need for be a bit more. They need to get a bit more accountability in place and ensure, say, then they serve the people of the country and not them pockets them. I want to shift we small. We focus a little bit to another burning issue where they go on. In fact, this very day where they talk, so it happened earlier in the day today. And that's not the AGM, the annual general meeting of the Sierra Leone Bar Association. And inside that AGM day, then being get for vote in their next leader. But before then they reach this point, let me get a court case where somebody bring kind of court say they don't want for let them hold the AGM na Kenema, because if they hold the AGM na Kenema, it create barriers for plenty of the younger lawyer there where they free tongue in terms of finances, in terms of lodging, in terms of accessibility, transportation, for go down there and go participate in the meeting and the voting. And it happened, say, just 3 days ago, I will touch on that day in self, but just 3 days ago, the new toll come into effect, the new higher tolls then come into effect on this past Wednesday, the 15th. So then we don't, I mean, at the time we then launched the lawsuit, they not be no say the toll then could not be raised, but you know, it all just work out, say, you know, then get high transportation costs and the accommodation and all that. But then we lost the case. So now that make the thing happen now, Kenema. But then same a bunch of, well, man not say then same, a bunch of lawyer them come off return for make their way to Kenema for go participate in this meeting and let themselves cast their own votes for who that they want for be their next leader. Mysteriously, then come across one lorry will block a bridge. And from the, I mean, social media was blowing up with these videos and voice notes of what was going on. And what you gather from listening to a few of them, now that the lorry not be look get any load inside, driver no day, nobody no seem for lay claim to this lorry. The lorry just park across the bridge no more when at the entrance into Kenema. So they all be they feel say a kind of odd, and that then they prevent them from voting. It's a little bit weird in that they don't come all the way, don't, you know, pay some of their higher costs than they at the toll bridge, the gas where they need, the petrol where they need for them motor car, they don't reach this point here, then they're not able to go inside for go vote. What do you know about this? I will start with Mr. Hallowell. Mr. Hallowell, you there with me? Okay. I think say we get a little bit of technical issues, so we go take a quick break and then we go come back to Una in a minute or two. Yeah, Una just hang in there with me and watch this commercial.
For quality education for your child or ward, Leone International Academy is your best bet. The school offers quality education from daycare to nursery, primary, junior and senior secondary levels. At Leone International Academy, the pupils get the best from a pool of well-trained and qualified teachers. The notch about the school is that French is compulsory from classes 3 to SSS levels. Computer studies from nursery to SSS levels. The school provides well-structured, ventilated and spacious classrooms with adequate seating accommodation. Bus services provided to and from strategic points negotiated by both parents and administration. Leone International Academy has an ultra-modern laboratory and state-of-the-art IT facilities. The school also has a standardized and modernized boarding hub for both boys and girls. Bring your child or ward to Leone International Academy at Momo Drive, Juba. For more information, please call 079 549 080 or 078 603 506 or 078 369 919. We offer both WAS and IGCS curriculum in Freetown. The Leone International Academy has a branch at Mosuba, Makeni with similar facilities. So in Makeni, enroll your children from nursery, primary to JSSS levels. In Makeni, please contact the following numbers: 076 748 702 or 077 802 580 or 079 549 080 or 076 622 999. Leone International Academy is the best school in town.
My family, when I could share one more time, and I thank you for day with me this afternoon, this evening, and this morning, depending on who's you day in the world. This is the Unifier Hour. My name is Valda Kaikai, and I'm the host. And I get this afternoon, we panel, we get Mrs. Abiose Pierre and Mr. James Hallowell. We've been just the Rob Mott on the issue we go on this afternoon na Kenema with we lawyer them na the Bar Association of Salon. We go Kenema for go all the AGM. We know say them we don't attempt for move the AGM to Freetown because they been filed lawsuit. Somebody been filed lawsuit say because of accessibility problems with accommodation, with finances and all that thing in there, that it will be easier and more accessible if they all the AGM na Freetown. But that not been happened, then lost that lawsuit today. So the AGM happened na Kenema earlier today. We also hear a lot in social media and see video them and hear boku voice notes them where people then they talk say a bunch of lawyers then a road for go Kenema from Freetown for go vote, for go participate in the AGM and cast themselves your own vote for Uda for be the next leader. But mysteriously they meet lorry across the bridge. They not see driver, they not see the lorry get load or anything. And they wonder if na deliberate action for block them access for go cast their own vote. In light of everything where they go on na Salon, right now the biggest thing where they hang over with all aid na the 2023 elections where people then they look say was not in any way, shape or form free and fair. And that make we get issues. They go on, we make we get the tripartite committee, when the election review committee, they go on. And then now today we can see the AGM of the Salon Bar Association, when they themselves supposed for all their own election for choose the next leader. Such kind of thing can be, it appear like certain people then block the access for able for go participate. So I've been they ask una for give me una own take on that one day. So I will start with Mrs. Pierre.
Yeah, honestly, I just see the facts today. I'm not really sure what thing they go on, but in any case, based on the scenario described, I'm not sure why then for Kego that's not Kenema way Freetown at the hub for most things. We now they most of like they say the young lawyers them First of all, we be say they no go don't get work kids and they not get money and they want to be part of that. Starting for take that from them. And if they don't use the resources from the story being told here, if na me self, I go think twice. I go one for no why make this motorcar team up na road. Nobody know the day it seems like na hindrance. They want to create a barrier for them, not forget access to their rights. I'm sure if they are part of that association, they forget the rights for letting vote, they for able to get access. And as a body, this is the bar association where integrity and them for uphold, we for know them for that. And honestly, if not then do that for preventing young man they are for letting not go vote, it's bad and I see we country far because this bar way now then for all people they are accountable and are then for void of dishonest, void of corruption. If not then do that, that is I think that is against whatever they study, you know.
Thank you so much indeed. Because, yes, as the Bar Association, we definitely hold them to high standards of integrity. Okay, Mr. Hallowell, you want to go more on this topic? Okay, it looked like say we did get some connection issues with Mr. Hallowell, but thank you so much, Mrs. Pierre, for your contribution. Just very quickly, I don't know if then two things they are connected or they're not connected, but we also there you see out of the very kenema, there's another challenge to fundamental rights and freedoms. So we just don't talk about voting. Now, the other one we come out inside the very kenema, then say tomorrow Sunday, May 18, May 19, and church then not for all service. Waiting do apparently society then they come out. Then traditional society then they come out. Who's one? I'm not quite sure because I know you didn't name any kind of society. But they say church they not forget service because then society they come out. The people them, of course, they wonder say, but as far as we can remember, I think one of the very popular saying then as Salona from time immemorial, Sunday, na in Christian then they go church. Na in then Sabbath day, na in then they go worship them God. Now because a traditional society they want come out, cultural society they want come out, then say the Christian they not for go worship. And the Christian then they feel like say then their rights, then they trample on their rights. Them, Mrs. Pierre, what you get for add to this?
It's shameful, you know. I know one day you this kind for where I'm just old where you can born, you know. This is strange. This government really na pauper government for sure. And so wow, really it's shocking for hear that. Who send this begin? Waiting at the reason for that. Other day no day past Sunday. If una no say the religion, the church they affect una, why make una not choose maybe maybe when people then they go pray Friday, maybe a Saturday or a Thursday of the 7 days of the week? Why una get for encroach on people there religious rights, then freedom to worship then God? Really, this is scary. People then, if una they listen, it's so scary if really now if this is from the government, it's scary because where God want for pull and pass until that's how they begin. And we don't want that. We don't want reach to that level where God go turn him back for we. Una let we pray hard. And I will say una come on do. Lord Siba, why make them for stop una? The same rights where they guess for do whatever they do, I think una say get equal rights for let una go worship una God.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Pierre. I think so Mr. Hallowell don't join we back. Mr. Hallowell, you can add a comment or two on this.
What's going on?
Okay. And now look like Mr. Hallowell in connection too good right now. But yes, indeed, we've been hearing Mr. Minkailu Koroma go on AYTV, Insef been they mentioned say, as far as in concern, in think say or two can coexist. Waiting do one um one group of people their own
Yes.
access for Trump or another group of people their own access. What do you make of this, Mrs. Pierre? And this could be the last comment for let we wrap up.
Yeah, for sure. They can because it all happened before. Not to the first thing this. Me na Sarah born and I don't go na where Usa born I go at area. It happen, the church they go na in church and society, whatever society then gets, then can do their own. They are two not different entities them, you know. Wait, I mean, so me not see why and then for impose say church them for close. No. Now that make we can always try for separate the church or religion from whatever government so that none no go trump the other. Salon na tolerance place, religious tolerance, cultural tolerance. We get them. People then they come out outside and count and culture, we embrace them. Not so a place where they put the one on top of the other. And we not for do that. Whoever they make that kind of statement and they or whoever they pull that cord, it wrong. Not bring with people that let them divide. This now a seed for disaster. Now a seed of division. Now they set. So now they set mama against the pikin, papa against the pikin. Because if the papa na church, if the pikin then are the tradition, whatever, una don't set a cord of discord na that family day. Una don't set a cord of discord na that community day. Una left. Salon, we are tolerable. We not tolerance people there. We embrace each other. Let we continue with that because na that day, now they make with team up.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Pierre. And me Fambolde, Una, thank you for day with we. We don't come to the end of the show. I want to try one last time for see if Mr. Hallowell can just make one last comment before we close. Mr. Hallowell, you there with we? Okay.
Yes.
It look like say he connect. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Hallowell. Just quickly, if you can make a comment on that last talk there.
Yeah. Madam Chair, standard, then can you usually say standards are falling. But here in this case, standards have fallen. And then in addition to that, it appears we are moving from the frying pan to the fire. Just like how me co and panelists me talk and just know. We are a country where we need tolerance. I don't see, even though me a Christian, I've never been part of secret society. But even some the secret society, hunting go pass before church, Oje go pass before church. There's no problem about that. There's no problem. There is no confusion. There is what is all man there about in your own business. But now for get them institutions they are, then cultural secret societies and churches, and they begin to butt. We get for be very watchful. Again, then they try to tell we of the precursors of conflict. Whose side they expect conflict, overt conflict, will take place at any time. The rest assured say these are some of the issues that we see. And you make mention this now of the Bar Association. The Bar Association has seen the video of the conference. I mean, so it's terrible. It tells you, and I see the Anti-Corruption Commissioner, when I'm a member of the bar, did it, and right in presence, look at the kind of charade and behaviors of members of the association, and these are the legal mindset in Sierra Leone. What they expect say, when there's a problem, and then people for want to, and then voices and for able make sure say, they solve this problem here, address the issue from legal perspective or any other constitutional perspective. Now look at the very people who they are able to, then behaviors. You know, something is wrong somewhere. I don't know if not the politicization of institutions or the high levels of poverty or quite a
It's
couple of
both.
okay, go yeah, okay, link to yeah. I think say if we for be very careful how they watch and make
Yeah.
sure yeah, we try to prevent some of them things, yeah.
Okay. I want to thank you so much. I've been get some other topic there where I've been feel say we will get into, but we tell God thank you say we they meet every week. If I'm good, I thank you for day with we. We don't come to the end of the show. We want to say thank you and wish you all a great week till we go meet back by God power next weekend, Saturday, same time, same place. Let I bring Mrs. Pierre on for can say goodbye.
And with una thank you, and we they look forward to una comments him and also una support. Una no worry, Dr. Richard Decam and all them Messia we go take charge of all them Messia so because in a demand for that country there.
Thank you. And Mr. Hallowell.
Yeah, Fambulen, we the land, and we don't want some of them here for repeat themselves into governance. And we believe say people in day, Dr. Conte, not only sober minded, but I believe say a capable for work with civil society and other people across different sectors for make sure say we avoid some of them things, then clashes there are. It's very much important when we get a leader we able to help with for look into them there and make sure say we move forward. So let me not forget Dr. Conte.
Thank you so much, Mr. Hallowell. And with that, me famble them, I say una thank you. And I just also want to say indeed the closing commentary of both Mrs. Spear and Mr. Hallowell, where then they tell una say some people then we get the ability and the capability for bring we country back into order, back under shape, and begin foresee some amount of economic growth, we get them. And that person day, one such person, now Dr. Richard Conte, where we they call the Unifier. Me, me 100% support David simply because of the heart where I don't discern that mandate for this country. He loving people, he love the country, and he wants to see the country in better one. With that, I say, Una, thank you again, and by God power, we go see you next week.